Good evening, it's gotten late and I've just realised I haven't done a Give It 10. So rather than leaping around doing an exercise for you this evening, I just want to give you a bit of advice. And this bit of advice is something that's massively underrated and overlooked when it comes to feeling better. And whilst a lot of people come to me to lose weight, my first priority is to start feeling better, because when you start to feel better, having more energy and losing weight is like a Billy bonus, really, to be honest. And that's certainly what happens when I have people do Frazzled to Fabulous. We start going back to basics, and getting back to basics includes cooking for yourself, cooking from scratch, ditching some of the ultra high processed foods and processed foods that we have in our diet that we're very quick to rely on. And don't get me wrong, I know we're busy and we don't always have time to cook from scratch. But if you can get this sorted as a priority in your diet, in your week, in your planning, maybe even if you're batch cooking at weekends or batch cooking on a day when you have a bit more time, whether for me, batch cooking means making soups, making I make a tomato pasta sort of sauce that I use as the base for so many things in the week. But cooking things from scratch rather than relying on those ultra high processed foods can massively turn your health around. And by looking after our health first, we have more energy. And when we have more energy, we feel more capable to do that little bit of extra exercise, to do an extra Give It 10 in a day, to walk instead of taking the stairs, to do the things that we know, you don't need me a lot of the time to tell you what you should be doing. Most of us, especially when we get to our age in life, know what we should be doing. We just don't do it. So my advice to you today is to cook more things from scratch when you can. I understand not everyone can all of the time, but there is time, and you do have time to make stuff from scratch and it's quite often it's cheaper as well when you actually buy all the ingredients. Especially in this day and age at the moment, that's what we're looking at. Albeit, I know you can't always get hold of all the fresh ingredients right now. With the current shortage of tomatoes and peppers and things. I actually got some tomatoes and peppers at the weekend. I was so ridiculously excited. Anyhow, that aside, to aid you in this challenge, if you don't know already, if you go to the gohealthandfitness.co.uk website, that's gohealth and spell and fitness.co.uk, and hit free resources. There's tons of recipe packs and my immunity support pack, my hormone, my menopause support pack. There's a bonus recipe pack, and every single one of those packs has a ton of recipes in them. So head over to the gohealthandfitness.co.uk, free resources, and download some of those packs if you need some recipe ideas. But for now, just think about the food that you're eating. How many processed, ultra high processed things do you have in your day? And can you maybe just start swapping out one or two? Remember, it's all about making it easy. I'm not talking about every single meal, every single time, but look at what you're eating through the week and start identifying perhaps a couple of the ones that you can start paring back on. And I promise you, your body, your gut will thank you for it. And in repayment for that, you will have more energy. You'll start to sleep better, and your immune system will improve, and everything gets better when you start to cook from scratch. Single piece of advice that's massively overlooked and underrated. That's it from me for today. I will see you again tomorrow. Toodaloo.